I'm questioning my decision.
Hopefully we don't die.
Thank you to our sponsor Subway for making this bootcamp possible and helping us eat better and play better.
I want to make this video personally because I want to talk to you guys about the fact that I am stepping away from League of Legends and esports in general and why.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk extensively about what it was like to hear that Soren just is gonna retire just randomly. So unexpectedly, I had absolutely no idea. He told me maybe a day or two before his announcement. It was a huge shock to me. And I honestly felt terrible. I was feeling man, this is one of the reasons why I even want to come back to play to begin with. One of the main reasons I wanted to come back is to play with at least a couple people that I'm excited to play with. And that would be prospects like Alan or with my friends. At first I was a little bit upset, but obviously I can't stay mad at him because I want him to do what makes him happy. And it's not really good to even play with somebody who's just kind of begrudgingly playing without having their heart in it. Also, I think we got very lucky in the end. We were able to actually fill out the rest of the team in a way that makes total sense and is actually probably an upgrade. Not Quid is better than Bjergsen, but I think overall our team makes more sense and is gonna be a lot better with this new roster, basically. I'm gonna miss Soren a lot. I think he had a great presence, in and out of game. And I think he was unfairly criticized by Reddit analysts, oh my God, he's so passive, but they don't actually even really watch our games or something because I think he was a big playmaker. He was a really big shot caller. He made a lot of good things happen in the game and he was able to give good criticisms and push the team in the right direction out of the game. So yeah, I think he'll be missed, but Quid is gonna be able to fill those shoes.
Hello, I'm Lim Hyun-seung, Quid. 100th new mid-laner. Nice to meet you. 백도둑에 처음 연락 왔을 때 우선 굉장히 놀랐고 좋은 기회라고 생각해서 되게 기분이 좋았습니다.
It's actually funny, Buzio's not the youngest player on the team anymore, it's Quid. He's 18. He's a funny little kid. I was worried if you're really introverted, it's really hard to learn English because you're just getting less exposure to getting into conversations. And I think that Quid is the right amount of extroverted to express himself and stuff and feel comfortable, and he'll literally come up to me and Alan when we're on a Uber ride somewhere and start asking us questions and telling us about his life and stuff, and I really like that. I worry about him a little bit to make sure he's comfortable. And as far as his actual in-game stuff, I think he's super talented. He's crazy good. He's crazy good. I'm really excited. I think probably the limiting factor for our team for a while is gonna be getting on the same page and actually communicating, because it goes both ways. He might not be able to understand some of our calls, and also he might not be able to fully express what he wants to do in the game. And once we lock that in, I do think that our team will be very good.
Although we were very happy with how Spring Split ended for the most part, and we were happy to stay on course, I think a core philosophy in roster building and management is just always assessing all options. There's always an opportunity to make an upgrade or shoot for a team that lines with our core philosophies. And when EG was doing this dramatic roster shift of letting some of the best players in the league go, you kind of look at that in the offseason and you're wow, there's so many great players available. And obviously the player that stands out the most is Someday. Someday's been our franchise player. He's been kind boy. He's just been the rock in our top lane for so long. So when he was available again, the thought kind of appeared in our heads, should we bring him back home? Coincidentally, at the same time, Milan actually reached out to me about content creation. It's something that I knew he was always very interested in. He's always loved interacting with socials and putting out stuff for the community. And I think the timing just worked out where the EG situation happened and Milan reached out to me about content creation. And I'm very happy to have Someday back on the roster, but I'm also very excited to have Milan pursue his next steps as a creator with us, 100 Thieves.
Hello guys, I'm back. It feels kinda nice even though there's only two my older teammates, John and Alan, but I'm really comfortable with 100 Thieves, my jersey tag on it, and I didn't expect that I'm gonna be back right away like this, but you guys know me, so you guys can cheer for me. I will play for you guys know.
Somebody's a rock. I think he has a lot of experience, but he's also pretty good mechanically and he's really good in lane. I remember when I was watching 100 Thieves play at Worlds, I think a couple years ago, he was probably the only lane that was holding it down internationally. So no surprise, I think he's just a great all-arounder. He's very solid, and he's very, very smart about the game. He makes a lot of good points outside, like in review. He makes a lot of great calls in the game. I think he like knows when something's off, and he knows how to like diagnose like what he thinks the issues are, and I really like that because sometimes like if you just have like, too many people on a team who are uncertain, like they don't have a clear vision of what they want to do, then it becomes like very micromanagey. But with Someday, like I feel like he can be just kind of like left alone self-sufficiently, and he can figure out his part in the play. It's just really good. I think top laners often like they lack in like some area, either in lane, champion pool, in like their macro decision making, team fighting, something like that, but Someday's just like good at everything.
I think good coaching is a lot about like storytelling. Obviously you need to have good knowledge in the game, but it's about like, this is what happened in the game, how can I create like a pitch, how can I create a story to really tell the players and the rest of the staff to kind of have everyone hone in on like one thing we want to work on, right? And I think when I spoke to Kane, he's really, really quick to assess like what's wrong or what's going well with the team, and he just tells a really convincing story. Usually like when we are interviewing coaches, like we ask them to watch some of the team's current VODs and like kind of have a breakdown of the problems, and he just had such an accurate take of like, this is what I think of your team right now, is exactly like kind of what we were facing on an issues basis, and he already had like solutions in mind. Just the way he's able to like rally people together when we're on like different pages. Obviously it's pretty cliche, but it's kind of like an art form almost, and I think he just does that really well.
I've said so many times on my stream and like in interviews and stuff, he's the best coach that I've ever worked with. So you can imagine I'm super excited to work with him again. It's like not even like really one thing. I always just tell people he just has like head coach aura. I think he has the right amount of like intelligence about the game and leadership qualities, while also he has like good people skills. He's able to see things from the player's perspective while maintaining like what he wants, like his vision for the team. And so I think he's a great teacher, he's a great speaker. I think coaching is like so many things. Like in esports specifically, you have to be like an all-arounder to be a head coach, I would say, where you're able to talk to the players and get through to them. You need to be able to like teach them each individual things. And like as a former pro player, I think he has like good perspective on what it's like to be a pro. I really like working with Kane, basically. That's the end of it. And I also think it's really fortunate that like he was able to come in, and we have Quid, who the fact that he has a Korean teammate and a Korean speaking coach is like pretty huge, I would say, for making the team make sense.
일단은 피터가 여전히 좀 굉장히 열정적으로 게임에 하는 거에 대해서 솔직히 살짝 놀랐고, 왜냐면은 굉장히 커리어가 긴 선수잖아요. 근데 같이 다시 해보니까 되게 뭐 2대2 바텀 피드백이나 어떤 뭐 팀 게임에 대해서 약간 되게 엄청 열정적으로 게임하고 있고, 그리고 일단은 제가 피터에 대해서 잘 알고 피터도 저에 대해서 잘 아니까 좀 같이 피드백하기 좋은 시너지가 나는 것 같아요. 일단 TL에서 이제 피터랑 한 3년 정도 같이 했었는데, 그때 4번 연속 이제 우승했고, 사실은 그때가 어떻게 보면은 정말 다시는 할 수 없을 정도로 되게 엄청난 좋은 커리어였다고 생각하고, 그때 했던 플레이어들이 되게 코드가 좀 잘 맞았던 것 같아요. 그리고 되게 열심히 했었고, 이번에 백티에서 다시 한번 똑같은 좋은 결과를 얻었으면 좋겠네요, 피터랑.
Hey, we're here in Insadong, Seoul, and the subway announcement just went live, featuring iconic lines like "Extra Turkey." Stop. I'm getting so fed right now. And to celebrate, we're going to the nearest subway to try it out.
My sandwich is gonna have extra turkey.
What are you drafting?
B1 hearty multi-grain bread. 2-3 bacon and American cheese. And then I forgot the rest, but something like that.
Drafting the chicken, bacon, and the chicken, bacon, and avocado. Probably with extra chicken, no. I'm a growing boy. Hearty Italian's the best one. IMO. Yes, Hearty Italian's the best tasting bread, I think.
Okay.
And We need it.
What do we need?
No choice. We need the 6 chocolate chip cookies. They're actually good at Subway. Like, I'm not even capping. They're actually insane. Literally right now. That's not scripted. I'm so hungry. I want to eat this right now. I mean, it was kind of like any other shoot, but I did like the script. I knew it was gonna turn out well, because as I was like reading through it, I wasn't cringing. It was actually funny. So yeah, it was good. There was a little bit of improv as well. Like we like made some adjustments, I guess, and I think it turned out good.
Yeah, a lot of acting too. Like I actually had to rehearse my lines, unlike in the previous video I did. So this was like my first acting job, I guess. Really fun time.
Who's the best actor of them?
I think it's Peter.
No, I think it's Alan. I think it's Alan.
No.
Alan's
Peter has the facial expressions down. It's like my first acting job. I was like stuttering over my words. I got a lot to work on.
I'm more of a method actor. You know, I really try to get into it. The facial expressions come naturally.
Shout out to Subway for supporting this bootcamp and keeping us fed. Thank you.
Bro, Andrew, you gotta film me and Mr. Polina dual rowboating tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have so much synergy.
It's called kayaking.
Whatever, it's different.
I don't know.
What is it called, bro? Kayaking?
Kayaking?
No, what did he call it?
Rowboating? I don't know. We're gonna be rowing. It's gonna be so good, man. I don't wanna get wet, bro. I don't wanna get fucking wet.
We're not gonna get wet in a kayak, right?
Dude, we might.
I think you guys should go on the banana boat together. What do you
No.
think?
Banana
no,
boat?
no.
That's like tubing,
Absolutely
right?
not.
You're gonna get, yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna get crazy wet, and it's cold.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not getting wet. I didn't sit in an hour taxi ride to get wet over here. We're duck boating.
It's kind of cold, but duck boating is pretty lame. So I'll look at the kayaks or canoes. We don't know which one it is, and we'll evaluate.
Bro, you can't be by yourself. It's the
Story, all
bootleg.
players have to
Peter,
do the banana boat.
When you're in your deathbed, you rather be having this experience and memory lived as being on a duck boat
Come on, bro.
instead of tubing with the boys in the Forbidden River.
You gotta show
So
it.
how f***ed up is the banana boat? Like, explain to me.
I have no idea.
I think it's just tubing, but Joe said
What is tubing?
It's like everyone sits like, you know, in a line behind the boat and he drags you guys like fast, you know.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. He's dragging you, like he's dragging you on his like electric boat.
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
I'm not
yeah.
doing that.
Bro,
I'm not doing
it's-
that.
I'm ready. How can we win LCS
So
if
what
we
is
are
the
scared
chance
from
that we're
cold?
gonna be in the water?
0. You're fine.
100% chance we're gonna be in the water.
No, 50.
50. I don't know, because like
I
it
asked the
depends
guy,
how
he
hard
said
he
it's
goes.
not cold. I don't know, he's probably capping. Probably capping.
Peter, this is an executive call. You literally,
wanna go.
30 minutes later,
go.
we're gonna go.
I don't wanna go.
He has to.
What happened to the Wolfpack? We cannot
Peter,
escape,
I'm
man.
no longer picking Lulu ever again if you don't come.
Oh, it looks damn
This is real. Is there a bigger one? Or no? This is the bigger one? Dude, my head is too big.
That's not good. That's not good.
Guys, what is this, man?
We're chilling.
I'm questioning my decision.
I'm questioning everything right now. I'm not ready.
It's too late.
Dude, I'm scared.
Is this right to wear it?
We're getting on a banana boat, which, as far as I'm aware, that is a sunscreen. So we will just see some sort of tubing. Hopefully we don't die, because then who's gonna play LCS for us?
Who's gonna win the LCS if
Who's gonna win the LCS and Worlds?
I'm so f***ing scared.
I'm so scared.
I'm so scared. Oh my god.
Bro, you're gonna go fucking slow, man.
I'm gonna die, bro.
I'm Johnny, bro.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
What if the helmet fell?
Let me get it. Let me get in the boat, bro. Please.
Bro, mine no go slow.
Good content or what? I'm dying.
Please slow.
Please slow, please slow.
Go back, Mr. Ryan, tell him to go back.
Go back. Come in.
scared, you know. It was going a bit too slow, but other than that, it was fun.
It was fun until we fall into the water, but
I'm not that
it was good.
It wasn't that cold, man.
I like it, but I don't want to do it again.
Can
You okay?
If you guys are cold, jump up and down and play.
I'm not okay.
that was the team induction or whatever it's called.
You guys are cold,
When we crashed, did you like swallow water?
A lot of water.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
The second time I learned to hold my breath, like.
Yeah.
But it's so, dude, it's so f***ed up, like when you crash.
Bro, I thought you were gonna kill me, bro. Like on the second one, because I was like super leaning, and you're like falling back into it, like, uh-oh.
Really? Yeah. Dude, my face was on your ass on the second one, because like we're both leaning forward and we're about to like fall forward. It was so scary.
From now, I don't like banana.
Yeah, must be nice holding the camera from the boat. You guys get the best POV. We have to suffer.
Andrew was not telling the guy to go slower.
No,
absolutely not.
no, he
This
wasn't.
content fiend.
Yeah, like actually fly on the wall, like zero interaction. Okay, nice one, dude. I see how it is. I would do that for you, but you wouldn't do it for me. Life is good now, when we're on dry land.
Was it as bad as you thought it was gonna be?
It was pretty much every bit as bad as I thought it was gonna be, bro. Like the first time we crashed, I wasn't expecting it, because I started gaining confidence while we were like going, and I'm like, we can do this, like we're going left, I'm leaning left, we're going right, I'm leaning right. Then we crash and I swallow like 3 fucking mouthfuls of polluted river water, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. I swear I'm gonna die. But I mean, it was an experience. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm proud. I'm happy that I did it, but I wouldn't do it again, if that makes sense. It was a test, and I think I passed. We passed, not just me. I'm mostly proud of Quid, dude. That guy ate, and he was like, he's still standing. Respect. That's my boy.
I think in League of Legends, it's as much as important as the outside of the game as much as inside of the game. So I think building a synergy outside of the game is very important, and we get to know each other and spend some time outside of the game. So I think it's good.
Yeah, all in all, I really like that day. That whole day was just like super fun. We did a whole bunch of stuff, and at the end of it, we topped it off with a cruise, pretty chill cruise at night. So it was definitely a super memorable day off. I would say, I'm not even just saying this because we're like filming this right now, it was like one of the most memorable team off days that I've had in like a really long time. I don't think I'm gonna forget this one for a while.
Only having scrimmed a couple days, I feel like I personally need to warm up a lot for the summer split, but overall as a team, I think we're gonna do really good. I'm really excited about our roster. I feel like everyone's trying really, really hard, and it's gonna be a good season.
Shout out to Subway for sponsoring this bootcamp, and can't wait for you guys to see us play.